3, 2.
Okay, first of all, we need to start off with an apology. Manaia, it's good you're in here, actually. Mashy's in here too, so is Joe Jury. 2 days ago, we were stood up in an interview with Shaun Johnson about his new show.
Oh, yeah.
So he pulled out last minute. We were all prepared. We were going to run through the 22 and 2. We were going to talk about his new show, what he's doing after footy, and he pulled the pin. Last minute. We were all ready to go. So we did what all good broadcasters would do, and we pivoted. And we recorded Mike Hosking's interview, and we did what the industry is called a Polish interview. And
is that the technical term for it? Is it? Okay, right.
Well, usually it's a Polish when they provide the answers. Rock bands used to do it.
Oh, that's right.
And they would provide a list of answers, and you would then just record your question. However, we took some of his answers out of context yesterday. We may have been a little bit dishonest in the fact we said Shaun Johnson was on the podcast yesterday. He wasn't. You might recognise his answers being very similar to his interview with Mike Hosking.
I did, the Metcalf answer in particular.
Yeah.
So, what, that was a non-consensual Polish?
Yeah. Yeah. Apologies for that. I mean, look, we weren't out to hoodwink anyone. We were just out for revenge.
Do you know what I think it was? I don't think it's your fault. And I think because that show, we talked about it on the Mad Monday podcast yesterday, that show's been in the works for months. And it had when they filmed the pilot, a different host. Yeah. And that host was Chris Key.
Yeah.
And they replaced him with Shaun Johnson, like they did with Adam Blair a couple of years ago. And I think he might have thought that Chris Key was going to be in here. And he just flat out refuses to work with him. So.
Yeah, fair enough. I would too.
So it's nothing to do with you guys. It's not a reflection on you guys. It's that he thought Chris was in here. Yeah.
Well, poor Keezy. I mean, look, if Shaun Johnson walks into the room and says, I'm going to host this show, you take a knee, don't you?
I think he's hosting the drive show on Hodaki tonight, Shaun Johnson.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is. I think
the ratings will go through the roof.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's happier than when he turned up to you guys.
Hopefully. Hopefully he takes Chris's tea time with me on Saturday. Yeah. And I can play with Shaun Johnson instead.
Yeah, that'd be quite good. Yeah.
Take everything from him.
Yeah, everything.
Man, he was stoked to be going through the car wash, Shaun Johnson. Like, famously sort of media avoidant as a player. Yeah. And now, obviously, he's got this new show. Now he's part of the media, yeah. I do wonder if sometimes there's that competitive element of professional athletes that makes them rise to the top. Sometimes when they transfer into the media, it's like, that same thing doesn't serve you.
You've got to kind of suck ass a little bit when you're in the media to get attention for your show.
Yeah. Having said that, great interview. You can go and listen to it.
Yep.
And the show aired last night, I think.
Did you watch it?
No.
You watch it, Meshy?
No.
I'll watch it on...
I'll watch it on replay.
I'll watch it on replay, yeah.
It'll be replayed at nauseam, I'm sure.
Oh,
the League Lounge. Anyway, apologies for that. We didn't mean to... we weren't meaning to be dishonest. Well, we were a little bit, but only because we were just hurt.
Yeah.
You know? We were hurt.
Hard man to impress, Shawnee J. Anyway,
okay. Live from the Export Beer Garden studio, this is the Agenda Podcast for Thursday, the 12th of June.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
This is the worst possible scenario for me. I am in a room with a bunch of fucking Crusaders wounders, all of you.
Yeah, 3 of us, actually.
Yeah, and I've been giving shit all week, and I've decided not to take it lying down.
Yeah, so, no. Have you come across G Lane this week, Manaia? He's been in an absolute...
I have not, actually. I've not seen you at all this week.
No, only because these guys, like, they bait me all the time, and I take the bait every time. And it's like, well, why would I not take the bait?
Well, that's a bit of context, because yesterday I got added to a group chat where we were talking about what we were going to do on the podcast today.
and it came out of the gate firing.
So I checked my phone, and I got fucking 24 texts that I haven't read. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I opened the thing, and it's just this, fuck you, fuck Canterbury, fuck you, Joe. And it's the 3 of you guys going at each other. I was like, what is this?
And then I tagged Cantabs, and then you said, well, you keep employing us. And then I said, well, you're the Filipinos of the media world. Compared to... anyway.
Yeah, no, that was the conversation we were having about today's podcast. We've got a couple of good plans for today's episode. And G Lane is so tense at the moment.
What do we need to do? Do we need to do some team bonding?
Is it just because the Chiefs lost?
Yeah. But they get a second bite of the chair. I'm not too afraid of that.
I reckon that's worst case scenario for the Chiefs. It couldn't have gone any... I mean, obviously losing.
Yeah.
But, like, as a Crusaders fan, I'm sure you guys have been talking about this all week, it's best case scenario because it's like, they've got to play again to limp their way through. You know what I mean? Couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, but look, I mean, if you're going to lose one playoff match, you might as well lose that one.
That's the one to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have hurt, though, because the Chiefs also had the Blues.
Yeah.
So that would have hurt.
Yeah.
There is something going on. Like, obviously, the fans of the Chiefs and the Blues hate each other. But there's something going on with the players of the Chiefs and the Crusaders.
Yes. They've always hated each other.
What?
There's always been some beef.
There's some sort of beef that they don't talk about publicly, but the players fucking hate each other.
They should do it publicly.
Yeah.
Because that's what...
I don't know what happened. Was it when the Crusaders stole Caleb Ralph from Bay of Plenty?
Could have been.
That was the moment, yeah.
Does it stem back to that?
When the Crusaders have stolen... Yeah, could have all the way back to that, and they keep stealing each other's players.
Yeah.
We got Jimmy Tupou. I don't know if that would have hurt the Crusaders.
Where's Marika Vunibaka from?
Well, yeah,
Scott Hamilton still alive?
I think the more beef, the better. Because you talked to Angus Tartavel on Tuesday, and he's the same. He's like, I watch heaps of American sport. I love the fucking banter.
Yeah.
I love the shit talk, and the fact that Rico and Mike Hoskins are doing it. I want another player to bite back. I want like Side Titty to come back and go, there's only one World Player of the Year in this fucking squad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you little Super Rugby Player of the Year is cute.
Yeah, cute.
I'm the best player on the planet. Yeah,
correct. Like something like that would be great. But I know everyone's a bit too nice and
Well,
nasty. But that's why I'm firing up as a supporter. I was like, I'm not going to take this line down from you fucking Cantabs.
Who would it be from the Chiefs if one of the players was going to start talking shit? I reckon
it's not going to be McKenzie.
It's not going to be McKenzie.
It's not going to be Shooter.
It won't be
Nadawa?
either of the.
Nadawa's got something.
But I think he seems too nice.
But so does American Dad.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is that your problem?
Oh, they're too nice.
Is there not enough mongrels since Brodie Retallick left?
I reckon Dobro had the potential. Sneakers. Yeah.
I reckon he's a bit of a mongrel.
Quite a bit gobby.
Yeah, I reckon.
Tupu Vai.
But what?
The Mahi Monster.
The Mahi Monster. Or maybe Summer Penifino.
Aiden Ross. I think, yeah.
See, they're not renowned. I've seen them active on social media, whereas you got the likes of Rico and Mike Hoskins, the two all kind of get amongst it.
Yeah. Scott Barrett would be it for the Crusaders. Oh, there's quite a few of them in the Crusaders, actually. But he does his shit talking on the field.
Yeah, he does.
Dog roll will, shush Nick White lying on the field and that kind of shit. He won't take to social media, but he'll do it to your face.
It's just not in our nature, though, is it?
Respectful.
I was watching a 5-minute clip on YouTube the other day of Anthony Edwards taking on Barack Obama in a game of half-court basketball.
Oh, and shit-talking him too, eh?
And they were shit-talking each other like there was no tomorrow effing and Jeff in them. And then, of course, they dipped each other up afterwards and said, brother, let's go for a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't do that, do we? If we talk shit, it's just given that we don't like them and then that's that.
Yeah.
I did ask someone today, a respected rugby journo, I was like, are there aftermatches anymore, even in NPC?
Or like beer in the changing sheds with the opposition team.
Yeah, or even afterwards you get suited and booted and you go up to the club rooms and have a beer. In club rugby, 100% it still happens.
Yeah.
But he said in NPC it doesn't. They get on a plane, they have to get on a plane and get the hell out of there because they're saving costs.
Start shit talking there.
Yes.
If you're not coming across them. Yeah,
totally.
Players don't change teams very often these days. Yeah. So you're never going to come across them unless you make the All Blacks.
But then you've made the All Blacks.
Yeah, so fuck it. Oh,
worth it.
So smile, yeah.
Get a bit of shit talking going.
Hey, so we maybe do some team bonding, maybe try and get the team back together. And I think we should use South Africans as a common thread.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, like when monkeys are warring at the zoo, they'll introduce something like a scarecrow, and it will unite the monkeys against the scarecrow. Yes. So, okay, what's our scarecrow going to be?
I've been talking so much smack about, and I'm getting a lot of shit from the lovely Saffers at our rugby club itself. And a couple of them are ignoring me. A couple of them think it's funny. And I've been served with a lot of South African content on my algo now. So my algorithm is now big hits, big titties, and South African.
Listen to this, Manaia. This is what G Lane sent through to our group chat last night. This is the kind of gear he's getting on his Insta algorithm.
So today, I'm going to show you guys how to make a lekker
braaibroodjie. I know this girl.
You're going to butter your broodjie. You can butter both sides if you'd like. After that, you're going to put on some mayo and chutney. And then you can put on an onion. And no, not the whole onion. Slices of onion. You put on slices of tomato. You can add some cheese.
Tomato is so good.
And then you ask babe to braai it for you.
Yeah, babe. I know this girl. She's been I think because you've been watching so much of it, and I'm in close proximity to you, that I'm now getting the lekker braaibroodjie girl.
What's her name? I'm going to follow her.
I don't know. If you just look up Lekker Bra Bookie with the tomatoes and the onions.
Not the whole onion.
Yeah, and you butter it outside, and then you ask hubby to bra the bra bookie. She's done songs. She wrote a song. Have you heard the song? Maybe might need to play that on the podcast tomorrow. It's fucking atrocious. But
we'll come back to that.
Oh, man. All it does, it makes me want a lekker bra bookie. So any South Africans listening to this that hate G Lane.
They're going to lekker bra bookie my balls.
Can you bra me up a bra bookie and lekker with the fucking mayonnaise and the tomato?
It's one of the great segues into the World Test Championship last night. Kicked off at Lords. Hell of a first day. 14 wickets falling at Lords in the first day. Aussie dismissed for just 212. And South African captain Bavumbi won the toss in overcast, bowler-friendly conditions. So I don't think they're going to need 6 days.
No.
But Rabada, he bagged 5 for 51.
You happy with the way you've worded that?
Yep, I think so.
Rabada's bagging 5.
He got himself a
51.
bag.
Huge fan of the bagging wickets.
Double bag,
5
almost.
for 51. But it stumped. South Africa had slumped to 43 for 4 in reply.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where this happens to us all the time, and we bowl the team out for like 100, 200, and you're like, what the fuck is going to have an ass? If that's what we were able to sum it up.
And also, they've got a very long tail, South Africa, so I can't see them. So it's going to be a pretty short test match. Whether it gets to the weekend, who knows?
Are they, does international cricket, does world cricket hate anything more than India and England not being in the final?
Oh, yeah.
It must drive them insane.
It's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster.
Also, will this be the last time that the World Test Championships played in England, and will it inevitably move to India the next time around?
I think there's something around that. It has to be at Lords. It's the home of cricket.
Yeah.
The MCC, they wrote the rules.
They say that stuff.
But India are rewriting the rules, aren't they?
They'll probably move, they've got the budget to do it. They'll move the entire stadium over to Rawalpindi.
Just recreate it.
I think that's in Pakistan. Sorry.
They'll just move the MCC. Easier just to move the Marylebone Cricket Club.
Yeah, that's
so
a good
just
point.
move that, and then they're like, oh no, the home of cricket is here now.
Yeah, what happened to Manas Labuschagne? I thought I saw a thing saying he was going to get dropped, and then all of a sudden I saw he scored like 20 runs and got skittled.
Yeah.
So was it basically that he wasn't allowed in the middle order, and then they couldn't find an opener, or something like? Because he opened, didn't he?
Yep.
So I don't know.
They got too many good batsmen. They're trying to figure out the order in the World Test Championship.
Yeah.
They're playing green. They're playing green at 3. Sorry, and then
Cam Baggy Green
at 3.
batting 3, and then Labuschagne is opening up. I saw Pat Cummins just said it was something to do with the fact that they felt like they should reward him for getting them there in the first place, but they did admit that his form hasn't been great. They struggle with their batting order all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So did Constas basically get those 2 games, and then that's him?
Yeah,
done.
Pretty much against Boomerang when he was dual sweeping.
And he's ramping him and shit, and then the next time he stopped it and he got out, and then he'd come back out and started ramping him again, and then that's the end of his international career.
Yeah, had a punch up with Coley.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
That could
I've
be
also got a theory that Khawaja keeps scoring annoying runs. Like the selectors want to drop him because they find him a bit boring, but he just keeps scoring 40, so they can't.
I think after watching the test, is that what it's called? That doco?
Yeah.
He might be a bit of a wounder.
Who's that?
Khawaja?
Oh, yeah.
He might be he's always in like a basketball singlet and some douchey glasses or something. You know, and you're like, because you can see the rest of the team's not like that.
There's something a bit too culture kingsy about him for me.
I don't know.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
I don't mind him. There's that great footage of him in a county, or not a county game, but there's a Sheffield Shield game in Australia.
Yeah.
And he's coming out for the toss. And you know how you usually do the coin toss?
Yeah.
He absolutely fucking biffs it like 30 metres in the air.
Yeah.
And it lands like 10 metres away. And you can see the match umpire going, that. They have to move. The camera crew have to move. And then they go, oh, that's tails.
Yeah, but I just wonder if like that's what he's always like. And you know when he comes to the changing room, it's like, oh, what wacky bullshit.
Was he involved in the arse poking? Because it was...
Yes. No.
It was Zampa and Stoinis. Wasn't it Zampa and Khawaja?
I think it was Khawaja, yeah.
He was involved in the bum poking.
I think Stoinis and Zampa do that stuff behind closed doors, not in front of everyone.
Okay.
Like,
Khawaja's a little more look at me, I'm poking a bum.
Yeah. Whereas they're like, don't look at us, we're poking a bum.
Okay, so day 2 kicks off tonight, 9:30. But the thing that kicks off tomorrow as well, Foxy, you talked to Foxy briefly this week.
Yeah, we did.
Tees off at 4:41 a.m. tomorrow morning.
God bless Ryan Fox, because what his text must look like after he wins one of these comps.
Yeah, he still gets back to you.
And he still gets back to every single one of us. It's incredible.
He called Mashy because we
wanted... He called me at 10:30 the other night. I woke up to a missed call from Ryan Fox. I almost fucking died.
We wanted an hour from him because we want to come off the back fence with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've got a whole lot of short ones. I'm keen to give you some longer time next week.
Yeah,
like, sweet.
My plans have changed. I don't know if you heard.
But no, he did say that actually. But he committed to an hour with us. Like before he started the Canadian Open, and then it just blew up.
He's a man of his word. He will too. Fuck, it would have been funny if you answered and he would have just been like, so like in my backswing Mashy. I'm coming over the top a little bit. How do I?
I wish I was awake and picked it up.
It was funny when we talked to him the other day because we were one of the ones that got a little 2-minute with him, and he was talking about how Jerry asked him what his swing thought was on the last round of golf, and he was like, nothing. There was no thought. I didn't think about anything. You know, usually you're standing over it and you've got 15 fucking Instagram reels going through and your back shoulder and a twist.
Head down, focus.
He was like, no, nothing. And that actually, ironically, I think is the key to playing golf.
Blank.
Is blank, yeah.
That's why I play better after about 6 or 7 beers.
Yeah.
Because by that stage, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my Goldilocks zone. But invariably, when I get to 6 and 7, the thirst comes on. I get to 10, and I'm a fucking abomination.
My Goldilocks zone is so fucking slim. It's like 4 or 5 beers, but 6 is I'm cooked.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you remember?
Is there a drug you can take for that instead? Like the 5-beer drug or something that just slows?
There is a 5-beer drug, actually, Lane. There is. Funny you mentioned that. But it wears off. But do you guys remember in the Rugby 08 and the goal kicking?
Yeah.
So there was like a little bar, and when you pressed the button the first time, this indicator would start swinging back and forth, and you had to time it right in the middle to kick the goal. That's what I'm like with my Goldilocks zone for golf. And my bar is so small. It's like making a prop kick, and it's just flickering back and forth. Yeah. And then I nail it, then I can just...
It's absurd, though, that on that last playoff hole when he stepped on that 3-wood, was it?
Yeah.
That he wasn't thinking about anything in that moment. He was just like,
He said he had one alignment thing with his feet, and then other than that, he was just like, just hit it.
Yeah, fuck. I loved, and we've talked about it. Just him crushing that and then just forcing fucking Montgomery Burns to step up, and he's like, oh, fuck.
What do you reckon?
I've got to get the driver out. But he striped his as well.
Yeah, he did, but so, because they moved the actual placement of the hole itself, and they moved it to exactly where he hits his 3-wood.
Yeah.
And so when he was standing over it, he's like, what's the yardage? He's like, you're joking. That is exactly where my shot's going to go. And so he did, and it did.
Within 5 feet.
So a lot of chat, though, on mainly from social media about the US Open course. My picture one guy putting from 120 yards. Did you see that?
Yeah,
and putting it within a foot of the pin.
Middle of the field. There's a hole at Tiarai.
Yes.
That is a par 3 and you can putt it.
Yeah, we putted that one. That's one of the signature holes too.
Yeah.
It's like a real insult too because it looks out over the ocean.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can putt it.
What, the fairway is so icy that you can just run it up the front.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And in fact, you're better if you suck at golf. You're better off doing that as well. That's insane.
And Scottie Scheffler said this is probably the hardest course that we'll play, maybe ever. That's pretty much all it is.
I saw an interview with Rory McIlroy. He went and played it the other day, and he said he birdied the last 2 holes and finished with 81.
Oh.
And he's like, this is a fucking shit show. Well, not a shit show. It's just, I think the greens are like a pool table, so any slight miss and you're off. And then the fairways are like greens anywhere else.
Well, there was a great footage of John Ram practicing on the putting green. Did you see that? And the hole was behind him by about, 20 feet. And he putted uphill, and it went round.
Oh, my God.
Like it touched it, and then it took off and went past the hole.
Oh, no. And then off the green.
Yeah,
my God.
Pretty much.
There's been some great gritty footage as well of the groundskeepers
Yes.
doing their thing. Some great kind of manual lawn mowing.
Yes, all on lawn mowers. No catches, though.
No catches. Well, they're not taking much off.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only a little bit.
Hey, so with our TAB hunch, I've gone for a 4-way multi. What do you think of this one?
Yeah.
It's paying $34.69.
Shit.
So it's Scheffler to finish in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
This one's a bit icy. Tommy Fleetwood in the top 10.
Okay.
Fox in the top 20.
I like that.
And Justin Rose in the top 40.
Yep, sweet. Tommy Fleetwood's your issue there.
He's my issue. Yeah, he's my. That's what's brought the odds up.
Yeah, I can
imagine.
imagine.
Tommy Fleetwood, but he played quite well in the last major. So
was it Justin Rose that was in the playoff, Rory?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah. So that's
got him top 40.
Maybe should have swapped around Tommy Fleetwood and Justin Rose.
Yeah.
Maybe put Justin
I don't know
Rose.
too much about Tommy Fleetwood other than he's banging his trainer or manager or something.
He's a bit of a skaki,
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, we should have put him in the top 5.
Well, I think she's like 20 years older than him. But,
wow.
Whatever you're into.
yeah. Excuse me. Scottie Scheffler, I think, is definitely going to finish top 5. But I do think I love Ryan Fox top 20 because he said this week he's on the tour. He's not fighting for his life every round.
Nah.
So he's not thinking about anything. So he's just showing up. He's like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah, totally.
And that's a dangerous man.
Yeah, he does say he's exhausted. I hope he celebrated better than a pizza and a Snickers bar after that Canadian Open.
I don't think he did. He said he didn't drink much after that one.
He got a fucking sweet ice hockey top though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got the trophy and this, like, you know how you get a green jacket or whatever at Masters, in the Canadian Open you get this hockey top.
Right.
Canadian.
Hockey. What team was it, Joe? Do you know?
I think it was just Canada.
Canadian
hockey
team.
top.
Yeah, right.
How does it work with golf? Because you've got a lot of
a ball and a club.
You've got a lot of individuals playing.
It's the lowest score that wins.
Do you rock up? Are logistics taken care for you, or do you have to do you get given a tee time as a professional golfer who's playing in the US Open, and hey, just so you know, you got to be there by 4:10 or whatever the fucking time it is, and then you just got to get yourself there, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think your caddy probably. I think your Finn caddy probably sorts most of that.
Yeah,
I think 90% of the field sort yourself out.
Yeah,
and then you got the Schefflers and even Scheffler drove himself to the Open last year
and got arrested.
It's all pretty do it yourself.
Yeah,
I quite like that about golf.
So do I. I like watching it, but part of me is like, fuck, that pisses me off. Like when Rory won the Masters, and then he had to go and do the admin of actually physically handing his card in and like signing it and getting it verified. It's like so golf. It was very cricket, actually.
They actually need to mic those guys up like they mic the Formula 1 drivers up now.
Yeah.
In the cool down room.
Yeah.
They need to do that. Those mics need to be live in the scoring shed.
Every
Especially people who are blown out.
Yeah.
Every sport needs a cool down room.
Cool down room where you're sitting there just going, how the fuck did you get 3 under?
Yeah.
To the other guy and go, shut up, mate.
Yeah, like that one where Rory stormed out of the room.
Yeah.
As he lost.
Yeah.
That would have been great to, you're right.
Because you have to get the other guy to sign your card. You're sitting there and you've got to swap your cards. The guys you played with.
Sign the fucking
I drew a dick. Just get out of there. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with a new initiative. It's called the Dude Draft. Righto. Now, how do I explain this?
Dude Draft 1.0.
Dude Draft 1.0.
We're going to go pick for pick. I think 3 rounds. We don't want to be here all night.
Okay.
Of greatest Kiwi dudes you want to hang out with.
Alive,
yeah.
Kiwi dudes alive.
Not all time. We're going to run we're not going to go snake draft. We'll just go pick for pick.
Okay.
We've got names in the hat. You're holding the cricket helmet upside down.
The idea is we're trying to construct a team?
Yeah, a 3-man of dudes that you would want to hang out with.
Okay, sweet. We'll upload these to socials maybe, and we'll put it to the opinion of the
with the first pick. Oh, no, we've got numbers on them. Yeah, I got it.
I got one.
Okay, with the first pick in the ACC Dude Draft 1.0, G Lane. With the second pick in the ACC Dude Draft 2025, Manaia Stewart, which leaves Finn Caddie third.
Okay, fantastic.
First in the Dude Draft, we G Lanes, we choose Brendan McCullum.
Oh, Bears off the board early.
Yeah.
This is good. So obviously this is going to centre around the Bears.
Yep. And stories.
Great stories. What was your first question for him? 300, walk us through it.
I don't know. I just want to talk. I want to know about his England stint and what's going on. Like how did he get the job? How did he get that job? How did the home of cricket hire a horse breeding, gambling, drinking, smoking slogger from New Zealand?
Well, you're missing a key part of his career progression there, because while he was breeding those horses, he was also broadcasting out of his stables there while I was working with him. And I think they heard that broadcast and was like, fuck, mate, get this.
Got something.
He needs to be the coach of our team.
Or he needs to be extracted.
Get him the fuck out of that stable.
Yeah, Brendan McCullum, he's my first pick.
That is...
if it means anything to anyone, that was also going to be my
first
pick.
Ticks a lot of boxes for me because he's cricket, loves a drink, loves a yarn.
I mean, he's just hired Tim Southey, ostensibly as the bowling consultant, but actually just to crush piss with him.
Correct. And golf.
Yeah. Crush golf.
I'm surprised Vittori's not in the mix on that one.
Well, Vittori, that's an interesting name.
Okay. It's going to be hard to stay clear of just athletes, isn't it? But we'll get.
I think generally this is going to go pretty athlete heavy. With the second pick in the first inaugural ACC Dude Draft, and I might be a victim of the moment right now, I'm going to take Ryan Fox.
Oh. Yeah, that's the zeitgeist. You've been victim of the zeitgeist there.
Because I'm not just thinking about pissing up like you two alcoholics. I'm thinking about going out on the course.
I don't know if I'd want to do that with Ryan Fox because he would just be crushing everything.
No, I know, but I'd ask him for a couple of tips. You know, how do I get a bit more rotation into my backswing?
You think he'd like that though?
Cure the slice.
Like, I've got this fucking wounder, 18 holes of this wounder. Like he'd watch you fucking slice that first one and he'd go,
there's no help in that.
Oh shit.
Well, it's not about whether he'd enjoy my company. It's about whether I'd enjoy his. Okay. And there's no one who's a company I'd enjoy more than Ryan Fox. So he's my first round draft pick.
Okay, moving on to my first pick of the inaugural Dude draft here at the ACC. Fuck, some two great names being taken off the top there, Baz McCullum and... Okay,
Ryan Fox.
I'm coming in then.
He's got his draft board up. He's consulting. You're on the clock.
I'm going to take, with my first pick, Tim Southey.
Southey?
Oh.
Okay.
I've been chirped by Tim Southey in Jeremy Wells' backyard.
Not most people who come across Tim Southey have been chirped by Tim Southey.
Myself included, yeah. It's a tough relationship that we all have with Tim Southey, but he's a good dude.
I think the best description of him that someone gave me was like, when you meet him, he's like a Gatling gun coming at you with insults and everything else, just to get on the front foot because he thinks you're coming in with. He thinks you're going to come in with something like, you know, what are you up to, horse teeth or something. But he just comes, and you're like, fucking, you're just getting hammered. And you're like, okay.
He gets on the front foot.
Yeah,
he's not going to let you bat him off his line.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay,
it's a great point you raised about him coming at you first because I was puffing bowling in the backyard and he goes, "Hey, you a bit out of breath there, big fella." And he goes, "Just keep that in mind next time you commentate. It's not that easy, is it?" I wasn't gonna go.
Okay,
I like that. Second pick. G Lane.
Pick. This one's going to be controversial. Not effectively living in New Zealand. Does that count?
Yeah, no. As long as they're a Kiwi.
Tony Veach.
Oh, great name. I'm not 100% sure what you're doing there.
Great stories. Again, I think, look, and he'll be...
Do you want to hear them, though?
He'll be a disruptor at the dinner party. That's all I'm going to say.
What?
So, there you go.
What? Okay, so you're going to... Who was your first pick again?
Brendan McCullum.
You're going to take him over to the Bali men's retreat?
Yeah, that's the idea. We'll have the gathering there.
Okay, second round draft pick from me. I want to go the Mad Butcher.
Oh, fuck!
Is he on yours as well?
Top of my list. Fuck.
The Mad Butcher. He's a Kiwi icon. We can talk about a rugby league, but he's not a player, so he won't get too precious about it. He's just a super fan. We can talk butchering, you know. I've cut a few animals apart in a past life.
That's a great pick.
And plus, he's going to bring, like, Ryan Fox is a real chilled out dude, so I need someone who's going to bring the energy.
Okay.
And that's the Mad Butcher for me. So with the second pick in the draft, I'm going to take Mad Butcher.
Right, I'm going left field for this one.
Okay.
My second pick in the dude draft is going to be Art Green. What he has to offer.
What?
You know, just financially, kind of looks-wise as well. It's going to be good for the team. He's also
Pilates.
The family.
This is a dude draft. It's not a dude and wife draft. Okay, because
I don't know. Those allegations are unnecessary.
I have a funny feeling you picked him for other reasons.
Okay, so far, what's our team's
You've
looking
got
like?
the Bachelor. I got Ryan Fox, the Mad Butcher. He's got Baz and Vici.
I got Tim Southey and Art Green.
How do you think Tim Southey and Art Green are going to... Do you reckon they'll have much of a jumping off?
I think
Southey will come straight at him about his missus straight away.
Okay, G Lane, your final pick.
My final
pick.
pick.
Do you guys have enough on your board that we could go 5 picks?
Yep.
I reckon
I do.
Let's try it.
I'm going to go one that's pretty mainstream and purely, again, great storyteller. And for the third pick in my dude draft, Mark Ellis.
Yeah, that's
a great pick.
That's a great pick. I didn't have him on my board.
So
you're right,
you got McCullum and Ellis and a Veach sandwich.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a fight.
So he's going to be adjudicating. You've basically got original Game of Two Halves going on.
Oh, yeah, true.
Mark Ellis and Brendan McCullum.
I think we've kind of unearthed just a new version of a personality test. We can tell a lot about each of us individually as the types of people we want to have in our dude draft.
A couple of good storytellers and a shit stirrer.
Yeah, mainly piss drinking focused and Okay, you're up.
So I've got Ryan Fox, the Mad Butcher. The third man that's going to be in my dude draft is Dan the Hangman Hooker.
Oh, I love it.
You just want 1 minute scraps.
Yeah. If the party goes boring, once we come in off the golf course and we're sick of the Mad Butchers yarns, like, righto, knuckles up, let's have a go.
I did like his reaction to the got a bit of publicity, and he goes, I don't give a shit. And everyone went, there's been no more media about it.
Yeah, I actually don't care.
Yeah, we're still going to do it.
I don't give a fuck.
My third pick is going to be, so I've currently got Tim Southey, I've currently got Art Green. I'm going to take the old Havo.
Oh!
Yeah, that's not bad.
Great idea.
Mikey
high
Havoc.
energy.
You need a yarn spinner in there as well.
I do need a yarn spinner, and that's what I'm thinking there.
Yeah.
Someone to carry a lot of conversation, move it forward, bring some energy.
Okay.
The old Havo.
That is good, the old have.
I like that. All right, should we go 2 more picks?
Yeah.
Round out our type 5?
Okay. Coming in at 4 in my dude draft. Yours, please, Murray Deacon.
Again, a very
Because imagine
pick.
Deaker and Beach going at it while McCullum and Alice just sink past.
Deaker and Beach. Cut to 3 a.m. You guys are blackout drunk and still just debating
Those
about
two.
Yeah.
Until Beach pushes them down the stairs.
Okay, next one. I can't believe he's still been on the board for this long, and I think we've all overlooked him. We couldn't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
Give me Lee Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Lee Hart in my type 5 dude draft.
Yeah, because when you go down a Lee Hart hole, it's one of the great times.
And-
you won't be seen for a few days, though.
We have described here at the ACC and at Radio Hodaki having a night out where you end up still out till about 3 a.m. and then waking up on Lee's couch the next morning is falling into a Lee-shaped hole.
Yeah.
And it happens more often than you would think. Sometimes you'll jump willingly.
Yeah.
Other times you won't see it coming, like Wile E. Coyote painting the side of the hill for the Roadrunner.
Yeah, it's so true. I've woken up in his children's empty bed.
Yeah.
It's like, where am I? And then the door comes open and Lee goes, "G'day, mate. I'm just taking the kids to some sport. Help yourself to breakfast." And I was like, how did I get here? He goes, "Oh, it's a big night."
Yeah. And I like the synergy I've got because Lee Hart will talk boxing with Dan Hooker.
Oh, yeah.
He will talk the Mad Butcher's ear off, and then him and Ryan Fox would have an absolute blast as well.
Okay. Yeah. Who's your fourth pick?
Oh, this is a
the
good
dude
question.
draft?
I'm going to take another entertainer as number 4. I'm going to take Jason Gunn.
Oh,
Interesting.
Jesus. Jason Gunn and the old Havo in the same room being
Yeah. Full cabaret.
Is it pick number 4 or 5 that I've
That's
just taken
4.
there?
Okay,
Okay,
4.
sweet. So I've got one more space.
I've got my final pick. And this one here is potentially a little bit controversial again, coming in the same vein as probably Veach.
Mainly, you can't say that.
I'm going to go for Brent Todd.
Why? Because the Sheilas are hot and you want to bang them all.
Yeah. I want him to talk us through that. I want to sit down with McCullum and Ellis and have Deaker and Veach sitting there, and we'll replay the footage of him signing to go to the Gold Coast and him telling, "I'm only real signed because all the Sheilas are hot and I want to fuck them."
That's one of the all-time rugby league quotes. A different time. Okay, that is high impact. I am going to... I'm going to go with, for my final pick, rounding out my team, Steven Adams.
Oh, good one.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
Just someone needs to foot the bill, and also playing in the NBA, I could chew his ear off.
Oh, he'd have so many good yarns as well.
Yeah, 100%. So, Steven Adams
Yeah,
is my
good
final
call.
pick.
That's a great
That's
call.
a great.
Way better than...
yeah.
I should have gone with him and Brent Todd. Mind you, Brent Todd will give you a tattoo for free. on
Okay,
our
to
party.
round-
He'll tattoo you up.
To round out my dude draft, I'm going to go with a very similar option that you've picked there. Manaia. I need someone that I can kind of, sit in the corner with and judge the others a little bit if the night kind of heads in that direction.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Chris Wood.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm going to take Kieran Reid.
Ah,
Friend of the
yeah,
show.
okay.
I think he's a steady pair of hands that I might need with the other guests that I have in my room. How does this work? What is the dream?
Look, you take them wherever you want.
Okay,
man.
man, it's up to you, bro.
If it's in your room, it's so bad.
Your room. You're in your room.
Honourable mentions to Mark Richardson. He just missed out. Who else have I got on the list that
Empty
didn't
the
make
clip.
the cut?
Yeah, Ali Williams was on my list.
Yeah.
Ali Williams, yeah.
I wrote Richie down, and the more I looked at it, I just couldn't find a spot for him.
Mwanga would have been a good pick.
Not a renowned raconteur, though, is
No,
he, Richie?
that's the issue. I had the Nick Minute
Guy?
Nick
Oh,
Minute
yeah.
guy's
the
good,
Nick
yeah.
Minute guy. I had Russell Crowe, but then I thought he might be a bit
yeah.
of a punisher.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends what kind of mood you get them in.
Here's one that would have been my 6th pick, honourable mention, Greg Murphy.
Oh,
Greg
yeah.
Murphy's a good one.
Good motorsport yarns.
Yeah.
Great motorsport yarns.
And Dame Val. But
yep.
not a dude, so I had to eliminate
Yeah,
her.
I had a couple of
Yeah,
ladies
that was controversial.
Yeah.
that I was keen to include.
Well,
but
I knew.
again,
Yeah,
not a
I knew you were
dude,
keen. You were keen to include one. You just chose her husband.
Look, that might be the case, but again, Tim Southey, the old Haver, Jason Kahn, Kieran Reid, and Art Green.
Fucking hell!
So I'm not sure if that's my best work.
I've got a couple of hangmen in mind, which is...
Who? So Vici made the cut. Who didn't make the cut? Who missed out on the draft?
Okay, we'll post ours to social. Go and vote on whose do draft was the most successful.
Let us know who we missed. I reckon people would be out there being like, there was one glaringly obvious one that none of you
I
said.
think we've missed heaps.
Yeah.
Was Baz McCullum the first for all of you guys?
He wasn't first, but he was in the top 3, yeah.
Oh, he was first pick for me.
Yeah.
And then Foxy. Okay, cool.
Hey,
That was fun. Fuck yeah.
before we go to yours, pleasers, don't forget the French All Black Series is coming up in July, and we've got live commentary events happening in Wellington and in Hamilton. The Wellington one's going to be at Shed 22 on July 12th. Hamilton one's going to be the Roaming Giant. If you can come along, you can book. It's free. We've got drink specials, potentially 2-for-1 deals going on. It's going to be nice and warm in there. You're not going to freeze your balls off the cake tin. Text Shed to 32336. Follow the link to book your spot. It's totally free. We'll commentate live from there. And in Hamilton at Roaming Giant, text ACC to 3236, and you follow the link there to book. And all thanks to legends at Export Ultra. And we're going to be back with a few yours pleasers, which no doubt, Manaia, if you've been listening, usually involve people telling me to get fucked.
Yep.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Just 4 to get through, Meshi?
3 even.
3? Okay.
Yeah, just
I can only deal with 3.
Okay, first one. Yours, please.
I would like to place the blame for Mitch Barnett's ACL directly on the ACC and the Hello Sport podcast for not following through on his bloody diapers. If the man had some diapers, you never know what would have happened. Well, it could have been completely different. We might have won last year. But nah, you boys couldn't go and follow through with some fucking diapers now, could ya? Not good enough, boys, not good enough.
Well, first Kiwi I've ever heard refer to them as diapers, which is good. So you know how we put that video out the other day? They addressed it on the podcast a couple of days ago.
Oh, did they?
Maybe last week, I think. And they said, because they commented under that video of us deciding who was at blame, they said there's a third party here. And they came on and they said they're still not at liberty to say who the third party is. But someone from the Warriors posted underneath it the Key and Peele heavy sweating. I think the Warriors shut it down.
Did they?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know. The blame could be laid squarely at anyone's feet, but they did say they didn't blame us. They did not deny giving us the soft goodbye.
Yeah.
But they did say, look, the ACC fellas were more than happy to front up and help facilitate the entire thing, but there were things out of all of our control that prevented it from happening.
It seems unlike them to be dictated to by the Warriors. If I'd got caught wind of that, I would have hired a helicopter with a monsoon bucket of nappies and dropped it on their training facility.
Yeah, they also said that the ACC was a great inspiration for them in the early days.
Oh, there you go.
Now, in the early days, seemed like a backhander, but anyway. Shout out to them.
Okay, next one, yours, please.
First of all, first note, the Blues take my Bowden Barrett. Moana Pacifica take my Julian and my Savia. And now Moana have the fucking cojones to fucking bring back Nani Nalape. I don't care if I'm the first who fucking says it. Moana Pacifica can get fucked. Moana Pacifica fucking eat a dick, bro. Fuck you.
Oh, these poor Hurricanes fans.
Oh, man, can more people get blind drunk before they send their... They took my Julian and my Savia. And who the hell's Ngapi La Mapi?
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good point.
Poor Canes, they are getting reamed.
They have that. Everyone's been taken from them.
If Geordie Barrett comes back and goes and plays for the
Moana
Highlanders,
Pacifica.
that'd be quite good.
Yeah, people were saying Lima Sopoanga potentially going to Moana as well.
Oh, that'd be quite good because, mind you, Pellegrini's pretty handy.
Yeah, Peter Pettigrew is pretty handy.
I thought he was one of the players of Super Rugby.
Yeah, he kept Garden Bishop on the bench. Do you think other things keep Garden Bishop on the bench?
I think so. Last, yours, please.
Still vibing on Foxy. What's the Mount Rushmore of animal-named athletes?
Ooh. Okay.
Let's go.
Ryan Fox, Grant Fox.
Larry Bird.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods
would have to be the first one.
Wow, boys.
Yeah. Did we just do it?
That was unreal.
Well, would you put Grant Fox on there? I don't know if he's globally big, is he?
Who's the shark? Who's the great white shark?
Oh, Greg Norman.
Greg Norman?
Yeah, is it nicknames? Well, Tiger Woods is his nickname, isn't it?
What about the vanilla gorilla Joel Prisbilla? Backup centre for the New Jersey Nets through the early 2000s.
What is that?
You guys don't remember the vanilla gorilla?
No. That's a great nickname, though.
Joel Prisbilla?
Vanilla gorilla. That's good.
He's on my rush.
I try to think of other sporting names with a animal in it.
I've short-circuited on Joel Prisbilla, unfortunately.
I think we go with the instincts. Grant Fox, Ryan Fox, Tiger Woods, Larry Bird.
There's got to be more.
How are you going to keep the vanilla gorilla off? 13 seasons in the NBA. You can't argue against them. Oh, fuck, man. The vanilla gorilla.
Right, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in, Manaia.
Yeah. Thanks, Manaia. We'll be back tomorrow with a Super Rugby semi-final special with James McConey.
Again, go and vote for the your favourite team in the Dude Draft, by the way. That'll be up on our
Can I
socials later
change
on.
mine?
Yeah,
I didn't know. I already feel like that as well.
I didn't know it was going to go to public vote. I've got some comedy ones in there.
Yeah, well, hey, let's see what happens. I'm sure we'll do it again next week.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.